evening, everyone. Firstly, let me introduce myself. I am Anshul Kansal, and I'm an MLAI developer in DSC PGTAV. And for this stream, I would like to thank Samarjeet Mahi, DSC lead at PGDAV College, for giving me this opportunity. Before starting the stream, let me tell you two things first. Firstly, you can post all your queries in this channel called MLAI domain. Here, you can find this channel over there. So all the queries that is in between the stream, you can post your queries here and I will check this later. And secondly, the program which we are going to do today is random password generator. So it is not a program that you can't find it anywhere. If you put some little efforts, you can find it this program over some platforms like YouTube and Udemy. But the main purpose of this stream or to do this program is to let you comfortable with the modules like random and string, because these are the two basic modules that we are going to use that we are going to use in today's session. So let's start the stream now. So firstly, we are creating a random password generator. So we must be importing a module called random, and we will see that what this module does.
Anshul, just give me a minute. I just want to know whether all the members can easily see your screen or not. Yeah, your screen is visible to everyone or not. So can anyone give me the confirmation?
Yes, if please my screen is visible, then please write over the MLAI domain. Anyone of you can write.
Or you can just click the Anshul screen, then it will be enlarged so that you will not face any problem. Okay, so yeah, if you face any problem, then please.
Okay, Aman has written down that it is visible. Okay, thank you, Aman. Thank you so much. So let's start the stream. So firstly, I have imported the random module, and at the left hand side of my screen, I'll be showing you that what random module is and what it's going to do. So the random module contains these functions. So the basic or the main functions that we are going to use in our program is firstly shuffle, to shuffle the password that we are going to make. Rand int. This module is used to create some random integers, and then random choices to make choices. So let me first know you that what is random choice. So it's saying that random choice method of random instances choose a random element from a non-empty sequence. And we will further be seeing it if we create the program. And the next module we'll be using in the program is string module. So let's see what string module is. String module contains these functions, and basically we are using ASCII lowercase, ASCII uppercase, ASCII letters. So let's see what ASCII lowercase and ASCII uppercase is. So as we see, ASCII underscore lowercase contains the lowercase alphabet A to Z. It contains the lowercase alphabet. Similarly, if I type print string ASCII uppercase, it contains all the uppercase alphabets A to Z, and similar to lowercase and uppercase, we have ASCII letters. It contains all the 52 alphabets. 52, I mean 26 plus 26, that makes it 52. 26 for small and 26 for capitals. So ASCII letters contain all the 52 alphabets. So let's get started with the program. Firstly, we will be creating a function called password, in which we will be taking 3 parameters. First one is length, to know what is the length of the password. Next one is number. We want number or not in the password. we are giving it a default value as false. And next is the strength of the password. We will be dealing with three type of passwords: weak, strong, and very. Very is very strong, but we are using very only. So firstly, we are giving it a default value as weak. If you want, then you can also provide the doc string for this function, and I guess all of you know the doc string. If you don't, then I'll be telling you the doc string in the input window later. But first, let me create the variables that is lower and will contain all the lowercase letters, then upper, and letter. There is a reason behind why I choose letter and then give it upper plus lower. I can also choose letter equals to string.ascii in between the program, because as the program goes on, when we are creating the password for weak, strong, and very, I will let you know that why I choose to give lower and upper different variables and variable name. Similarly, I will be creating a variable for digits that will be string.ascii. String.digits. And next one is punctuations. Punctuations are some special letters or words that may which you have used with the dollar sign, percentage, or power symbol and star, like this. These are the punctuations. Then I'm creating a small password variable, and it's empty for now. And firstly, create something for weak. If our password strength is weak, then for I and range length, what I am doing here is firstly I just run if statement that will be checking that if the password that the strength of the password is weak or not. If the strength of the password is weak, then it is running a for loop which is going till the length, and the length, this variable length, is coming from the parameter of the function. So what I am going to do, I am running a loop for till the length of the password, and I'm giving a password for random.choice lower. What it random.choice lower is doing is, we know lower is our lowercase alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G, till Z. So random.choice is choosing those lowercase alphabets and providing it to the password, and then we are incrementing password each time this loop runs. Suppose first time random.choice gives A, then password equals to A. Then second, if for the first time, then our password become password A equals to A plus the number which random.choice gives. Suppose it gives us Z, then the password becomes AZ. Okay, then let's try to run this statement to see that if a function is working correct or not. It will also tell us that any kind of errors or typos that we have done or not. Okay, I have not done it. I'm giving the password strength as 5. We find the two, we have two parameters that are already defined, that is num and strength, and we are also doing this password for week. Let's see that what it's different password. It's not in the password, but I guess we have the buffer here. Okay, let's see that if we got some numbers, then the statement will and then be deducted till -2. Then our for loop will run. With this, we are choosing two numbers from the password. If we get a number as a true statement, then the length will get deducted by 2, and this loop run for 2 times, and it will choose 2 random numbers from the variable which we have created as digits or digit or whatever it is. Let make it dig, and we have created it as digit. So here it will create the whole statement. So this portion is only for the password when we have provided it as weak with some length and with some number variable as true. It will only run in that state condition. But what if we want our password to be strong or very strong? Then we will be creating 2 different loops, and let's see what that loop be. And if let the strength of the password be strong. Then still, if we get some numbers, then we will deduct the length with 2. I'm also choosing 2 numbers for the same, like I have done for the weak password. I'm here choosing 2 numbers for the strong password too. But what make it different from the weak password is that we will be choosing the alphabets from the letter portion, from the letters which we have defined upper. Letter equals to upper plus lower. We will be choosing the alphabets that will be lowercase or uppercase. That makes the password weak and strong different. Okay, so till now we have created 2 statements. First is if and second is elif. If a statement for the password comes out to be strong, and first one is for weak and then second is for strong. And what makes weak and strong different is in weak password we only have lowercase letters, and in strong password we have both lower and uppercase letters with 2 numbers. If the user defined the number as true argument, or if the user defined it as false argument, then the password will totally contain of the alphabets. And now let's create for the very portion if the password is very strong. In very strong password, we will be choosing here we have defined 2 numbers, that we will be taking 2 numbers in weak and strong password. But here we will randomize on base. basically I am doing some module called RAM and using its function, and it will give me any value if the values I specify between the brackets I specify 2 and 4. So the rand int function will give me 2 or 4, any of these value in rand, and that will be on random basis. So I don't know that how many numbers or letters I be getting in that random password. And if I deducting then conditioning the same things over here, I'm again deducting the length of the letters with ran. You can see that the number of digits or the number of numerical values I get is totally dependent on this thing, that what is the value of the rand. The value of rand can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, but not exceeding 4 and not below 2. So the number of digits may vary in this. And then I'm again deducting length with ran, and this time for punctuations, to add punctuations in a very strong password. It can also contain @ it can contain dot and anything in the punctuations. Then the same for the above. I be choosing some random values for the remaining length from the alphabets or from the letters, which is in the upper variable. Okay, till now we have created everything. So let's check that we haven't made anything faulty or that will give an error. Checking the I have not completed the for statement here. So I have created for week, and I'm taking numbers from it, and checking the variable name, that is strength week num, taking numerical values, range, okay, okay, and I guess everything is correct. Let's try to run this. I guess we can write it over the window. Okay, then. Firstly, we will be checking it for the week statement. I have given length as 5, and I know number value is false and strength is weak. It's giving the string as this. So what it does is it first check the first if statement, and the strength is weak because it's already defined and I have not changed the value of the strength. So what it does, it then check the number. If I give num as true, then this series of statements will run, and as I have not given any value for the num as true, and so it takes the default value as false, and this if statement does not work. Only this range, only this for loop works. And what it did is I have given length as 5, so this for loop works 0 to 4, that means 5 times, 0 1 2 3 4, and for every for these 5 times it take a random value from the lower variable. What the lower variable contain? It contains the lowercase alphabets. A to Z, it contains lowercase alphabet, and from that it chooses a random value and it provided to the password. So if I count the number of letters I got here is 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, it's currently 5 letters, so I have given the strength as 5. But what if I given the number value as 2? I'm giving the strength as 6 and providing it for 2. Then you can see that it now contains the number 2. 8 and 9 are the numbers that it contains. Then let it work for the strong password. Suppose the strength of the strong password be 10. Yeah, it contains numbers, so I am giving true as an argument. And then the strength is predefined, so I am giving it as strong. So let's see what will be the output. Yeah, as you see that it now contains capital letters too, E and D and U. So, and the above two examples does not contain any capital letters, as we have given the strength as weak. So here, if we come back to the code of the strong password, what we see is we have given numerical or num as true. So this if statement for num works, and it chooses some random digits from the dig sequence. What the dig sequence contains? It contains 0 to 9 numerical values, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and it chooses two random integers from that, and that is 0 2. But what we see is what somebody can easily decrypt this password. It can easily see the sequence as okay. Then they be firstly providing the letters 0 2, and then they have a string variable like AUGH, FUT, VWH, जो भी है. So what we are going to do, we are going to shuffle this password. We are going to shuffle this password with our random.shuffle method. As I have already told you that we will be using shuffle method in this, and we have used two random methods. First one is choice, to get a choice of in digits, or to get a choice in letters, or to get a choice in punctuations. And second one I uses random.int. What it does, it basically provide us the random value in between the parameters that we have given to you. I have given 2 and 4. So these values 2 and 4 are both inclusive. They are not exclusive, they are both inclusive. The value of rand can be anything, 2 3 4, anything. So we have seen up to now two random functions what work that. And second and the third one which we are going to see is how the shuffle work. So firstly check that how shuffle works. Random dot shuffle. So it's saying that shuffle takes two methods of random instances, shuffle list x in place and return none. So what shuffle does, it takes a list as an argument and return none. It is returning nothing. It is just shuffling the list. So but a password is not a list, it's a sequence, it's a string. So what we are going to do, firstly we will be creating a password into list. Then we will be shuffling it. But after the statement random.shuffle pwd, firstly we have created our password in a list. Suppose our password is this first one, AUQNH, and now we have created it in a list. So the letters get letters get distorted. It will become A, comma U, comma Q, comma N, comma H, and then shuffle.random shuffle that list. It creates a shuffled list now. So what we are going to do to get it done like the sequence which we have created, we will be joining the password again. So what we are going to return, we are going to return dot join. I am using str join method. I am doing string join methods. So let's see that now our program works, or how it works. Again, I am taking a strong password, giving it a length of 10. Numerical values, yes, I want numerical values, and the strength of the password is strong. Okay, so this time you see that we haven't got any numerical values, but no, we have got one numerical value, that is 1 1. We have got 1 1 two times, and this time the password which we have got is shuffled up. Before we get the password, strong password, as 0 2 and then some alphabets, and this time we have get alphabets, then some numerical value, and then some alphabet. Let's try this for very strong password. If we are creating a very strong password, and I'm giving it a length of 15. Yes, I want numerical values, and strength of the password is very strong. So if you remember that we have already provided in code that for very strong password we are also including the punctuations, and the number of punctuations is decided by the random.int method. So let's see that how many numbers of punctuations and how many letters we got. Okay, we have got so many punctuations and we have got letters, but we have not get any alphabet, so we will be running it again.
अंशुल,
या
ये जो वेरी वाले में लास्ट वाला जो फॉर लूप है उसमें इक्वल टू नहीं लगा है.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Sachin. Thank you so much. So I guess that's the reason why we can't get the letters in this password. So let's run the statement again, and I guess we will now get the still not okay. We have not saved and run it again. Yeah, this time we have letters, we have punctuations, and we have numerical values, we have alphabets, and we have punctuations. Let's run this particular statement again. So you have see that the password which we have got in above statement, the password which we get here is totally different. So it's randomly decided at what password you get or what type of password you get, that it contains all the numerical values, that it contains all the alphabets or the punctuations, and you can decide it at the runtime that what type of password you need. It be strong, it be weak, or it be very strong. So if I run the statement again, then if I run this statement n number of times, then I get n number of different passwords depending upon the permutations and combinations it will be creating. Let's this time let's create a weak strong password. Okay, then run it again. These two passwords are totally different. There is no similarity between the two passwords which you get, and I don't think so that if you run it for 10 or 20 times, then it gets similar, and then you get similar passwords or something like that. So what we have done is we have used two modules in this. We use random and string. Random for generating random numbers, and sometimes for using basically random is used for generating random numbers, but it has n numbers of functions which we can use in our program. So here we have used choice function, and we have used randint function and shuffle function. We have used these three functions of random module, and similarly, string module contain so many functions, but the useful functions which we have used here is ask I underscore lowercase, ask I underscore uppercase to get lowercase and uppercase alphabets, and a string dot digits to get digit from 0 to 9, string dot punctuations. So punctuations are like these. Punctuations are exclamatory mark at this rate, hash underscore. All these are punctuations. You the password can get any of these punctuations it may want. So this is the program, this is how it works. You can also make it more understandable, more readable with the comments, and you can also create a def main function in which you can ask the user about the length and the strength of the password it may want. Just like it suppose the user wants a weak password or the strong password, so it's up to user that what type of password it need. So you can also make it a menu driven, something like that. So it's up to you. And so that's all for 2 days, and today we have learned this type of things. So if you are interested in learning these types of things, then please go follow us on YouTube, and we will be creating such stuffs over there. My fellow Javed has provided all the Python basics over the YouTube, and I am also providing you with the links